Matt from UrbanSurvivaIist, and this is another knife review. Right now we're looking at the Benchmade 530. For those of you who don't know, this is the knife I got in a trade from Wilsiak. It's a Mel Pardew design, as you can see right there. He's done a couple knives for Benchmade. The emphasis on the knife was to keep it as light and thin as possible, which they did an excellent job of. You'll see that in some of the features of the knife, how they did their best to keep it super thin. It's got a spear point blade. You can see this one is plain edge and satin finish. You can also get them in partial serrations or black coated. The blade is 3.25 inches long and made of 154 cm. It's got ambidextrous thumb studs. The thumb studs are a little small, but that's just to help keep it thin. You can see they don't really protrude over the handle. There's just that little cutout right in there. That's where the thumb studs rest. So when you go to deploy the knife, you kind of have to dig your thumb in, but after a couple of tries, it gets easier. You'll get used to it. The handle is made out of Grivery, and it's got partial stainless steel liners. The liners start from about here and go to about here. That's to help support the blade and the locking mechanism. And then the rest is just Grivery to keep the weight down. You can see it's got these grooves in the handle. They don't really provide any traction or anything. They're just there for aesthetics, to look good. You can see it's got a very small thumb ramp right here, as well as a troil down here. But once you're holding it, it's pretty effective since it's just a small, lightweight knife. You're not going to be prying doors open or anything, so you don't really need those gigantic troils and thumb ramps. It's got a pommel that flares out right here, so that when it rests in your hand, this part kind of sticks out and holds your hand on the knife. That way it doesn't slip off or anything, which I thought was a good feature. It's a very comfortable knife because of that pommel and the thumb ramp. It's got a large lanyard hole, as you can see right here, as well as a reversible clip, but only for tip-up carry, not for tip-down. It's got an axis lock, as most Benchmades have, but this one, you can see, once again, trying to keep the knife thin, rather than having the axis stick out. Let me grab this example knife. You can see how the lock sticks out right here, as well as on the other side down here, and that makes it really easy to actuate the lock versus this one, where it's a little more difficult. Once again, you got to kind of dig your fingers in there to grab it, but that's all in the name of keeping it thin. Same thing with the thumb studs. Once you use it for a little bit, you'll get used to it. The weight on the knife is 1.88 ounces, which is extremely light for a 3-inch blade knife, less than 2 ounces. It's from Benchmade's Blue class and is made in the USA. Overall, I really like this knife. The most use it gets from me is when I go to a concert or something, because they always pat you down. You're not supposed to have any weapons with you, which I think is ridiculous. So what I usually do is unscrew this clip and just slip the knife into my shoe. It's so slim and light that you never really notice it, and then once you get inside, I usually just put it in my pocket and we're good to go. So if you need a super thin knife to stash in your shoe, I would recommend this one. It's a great knife overall. I've EDC'd it a lot, and I highly recommend it for anyone who's looking for a lightweight knife. This has been my review. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more videos.